T-Dog, hit him with that theme music.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, the Cowboys have turned into noodles. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Or did you blew it? What was that? Are these teams, when they play each other, it'll be decided who wins on a coin toss. Big Brock Cox at it again. Broncos country, where'd you go? Hello, welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. I'm here with my boy T-Dog over here. And we haven't done this in a while. And this episode is sponsored by, well, a man can dream that the NFL is not rigged. Right?
I don't think the playbook said that.
I don't think the script said that. But
Yeah.
hey, anyways, welcome back. I'm here with my boy T-Dog. T-Dog, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, my predictions were completely wrong.
Same? Well, I got one team right.
That's okay.
I got one team right.
So, conference games have been completed. We got Super Bowl matchups for next week. Are you guys excited? We're excited. Leave a thumbs up if you guys are ready for that. All right, first game. Eagles.
Niners.
They like to smack down the Niners there. To be fair, all right, let's hear me out. But look, Purdy doesn't play, they lose.
Halfway? Like, literally.
Eagles was just a better
It was like, literally, like, first half. Brock Purdy's going for a throw, gets his arm pulled back by a defender. It was a great play, but it led to an elbow injury, and then they had to throw Josh Johnson in and play one of the most crucial games of the season. Obviously, it's a road trip to the Super Bowl if you win, and he just couldn't cut it. Your QB situation went down the hole all season, and it just died at the last moment, literally. It was a tough loss. 31-7 for the Eagles.
The Niners seem to always have this sort of problem.
They really do. They really
Yeah.
do. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, 100. Actually, Jalen Hurts didn't have a crazy game. He had 25 attempts, 15 catches, 121 yards, no touchdowns. I realized one thing. Their running back core for this team, for the Eagles, is absolute nuts. They literally have like 3 running backs that are like juggernauts this season. Their run game's so good. And just like, the Eagles look so good going into the Super Bowl after this win because, like, there's so many storylines that connect with the Eagles and whoever they're playing next. And honestly, yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about this game. I tried watching some of it. It was a bland game of football. It wasn't fair once Purdy went down. It just wasn't. And the question I have for 49ers fans and the 49ers organization that I'm going to ask you about is, what do you do about your QB situation? Because you have Jimmy Garoppolo, you have Brock Purdy that came out of nowhere in week 13 and led you pretty far to almost the promised land, but you still have Trey Lance that you picked up like top 3 picks a couple seasons ago, and he's injured and he's probably coming back next season and looking for a starting role again. Well, what do you do?
How do you not just at least go with Purdy for some, even just in camp, just like keep him as the number 1 just at the start of camp, because he hasn't lost a game yet. Irrelevant has not lost a game yet, right? Think of this. This will go all the way till the next season, and say he starts and he wins, he will still be undefeated in his career.
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
guess.
crazy
If you're talking about
right?
regular season, sure, I guess that is very true. And he tried playing this game, but he couldn't throw. And yeah, I guess so. That would be
play with the hand. It's just, I feel bad for Garoppolo.
Honestly,
like
but he's got to go.
Happening.
He's got to go, though. Like, he's still an average quarterback in this league, and he could probably still produce for a very good team if someone picks him up in the offseason. But honestly, he's got to go. He needs to go away from the 49ers. I think it would be best for him and the organization, too. And honestly, bet which younger quarterback does well for you. Honestly, that's probably what the best bet for the 49ers are.
You want to talk about carrying? Christian McCaffrey had 84 yards. Next person to him in rushing yards was Kittle with 4. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
honestly, actually, Christian McCaffrey is probably going to be still one
Some
of the
NY
biggest.
Giants stuff going on there with Saquon Barkley. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, literally. But, like, McCaffrey's probably going to be their, like, starting running back for the next couple of years. I don't see them losing. Like, this team's still a juggernaut. I wouldn't be surprised seeing them in this situation next year.
I mean, what happens if San Fran is completely healthy? I feel like it's a different story we're talking about. Not saying the Eagles would lose,
if
but
Purdy
I'm saying
went
the game could
down,
be a lot different.
If Purdy went down, I think it could have gone the OT. Honestly, the game was that close until like really just second half. Trent Williams literally was chucking people off the field, and he got ejected, which kind of sucks. But yeah, that was 49ers versus Eagles. And now let's talk about the game that everyone is calling the NFL rigged for. Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs. The rivalry
Of course
continues.
the Bengals fan is saying that.
Yeah, well, it's funny, man. Have you not looked at social media
No.
recently? Dude, so many people are convinced that the NFL is rigged now because just this game alone.
Yeah, you guys have to agree with us here. You can't say that there is at least not one game you've watched, I mean, maybe not even just football, but in other sport games, in other leagues, where you're like, okay, who's on the payroll? Why is the ref on this team's payroll or something? Like, just, yeah, it was, it's questionable calls.
Very questionable calls.
But it's been like that the whole season.
Honestly.
And it's just like, but of course, there's so much more impact when it comes to a playoff game, especially when you're in the conference finals, right?
Yeah.
It's much more impactful. So,
Well,
yeah, it blew up Twitter, that's for sure.
it really did, and a lot of people were questioning on it. But anyways, Bengals lose 20-23 by a field goal, and okay, there's a lot I have to talk about here because, like, you could blame the refs for this. Any sport, you can blame the refs. But in this scenario, when I heard that Cincinnati's mayor was talking crap and Eli Apple kept talking crap, and I heard we calling Arrowhead Burrowhead, I knew that, like, something was not going to go right in this game.
Well,
and honestly, it did. There was some plays that I think the defense kind of got ruined on. And Joe Burrow, he threw 2 interceptions, 270 yards with 1 touchdown. It wasn't like a great game. Our offensive line couldn't hold it, which my biggest fear was the offensive line holding it since 3 starters were out, and we couldn't hold it. It was a back and forth game. But
I was going to say the O-line was not completely there.
No,
They caused
not at all.
lot of problems.
Oh, Joey B couldn't throw in the pocket. It was, as I figured, our biggest problem would be when we get to this point in the season, if 3 of our starters are out. Like,
Burrow was the only QB of that game to throw interceptions, and you said 2?
Yeah, he threw 2.
Cincinnati allowed 5 sacks.
That was so hard to watch.
Yeah, just you gotta
so
look at
hard
that.
to watch that game, man. It hurt.
Let's look at the Bengals here. So,
Joey B ran for the most yards.
yeah, 270 yards. Or total with the throw, sorry. Yeah, for rushing, it was 30 yards. Then Purney, 22, mixing with 19. Receiving yards, T. Higgins had 83. Jamar Chase, 75. Tyler Boyd, 40. Hayden Hurst, 37.
Like, the passing game wasn't even that bad that game.
Yeah, it was
It's
pretty
just
solid.
like, I don't know, man. Like, the defense, I think, could have performed much better against Mahomes. He was one-legged dude. He literally strained his ankle.
You could tell, like, he wasn't running efficiently. Like, he just looked like he was on a limp the entire time.
His best run was literally before the field goal where he got pushed out of bounds and they threw the flag on it. And I was just like, oh, why do you push the quarterback before he gets out of bounds? No. Like, that game hurt to watch. Like, honestly, I love just seeing the NFL rigged memes going out for, like, the last couple of days. But, honestly, this game, you can't blame every game on the refs because just, you got to look yourself in the mirror. You really do. And the Bengals, Joey B finally lost to Mahomes. And we look at our Super Bowl matchup, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So many storylines here going with the Kelsey brothers being the first brothers to ever play against each other in the Super Bowl. Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey. Then you
How's that podcast gonna go?
They're the number 1 podcast in the world.
Yeah, but
Well,
how is
behind
it,
us, I
how is
guess.
it gonna go after, like,
Who
someone
wins and who
loses?
loses? Oh, that's... I mean, I think they'll take it on the chin, for sure. But they're brothers. They're
They
not going to
can
hate
share.
each other forever.
They can share the ring split in half.
Oh, God. That's just... yeah, but like, imagine if, like, Philly wins, Travis Kelsey really want half of an Eagles Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, exactly. He already has his own, so I guess they both have one, because they lost to they won against Tom Brady back in a couple of years ago. I believe Kelsey was the center still. And then Travis Kelce won it with the Chiefs a couple of years ago as well. So
That's true.
they both have one.
That's
So
true.
that is very true. But there's tons of storylines on
three.
this, especially that Andy Reid, the head coach of the Chiefs, used to be the head coach for the Eagles for many seasons, where he went to the Chiefs to find more success. And honestly, this is going to be, I'm not going to lie, this is going to be actually a really fun matchup.
It's going to be good. I mean, this was a pretty predictable, it's coming from me who was wrong about my predictions, but in some sense, yeah, it was a pretty predictable playoffs, which is it's okay. Like, they were exciting games. This is going to be a great game.
So I'll actually give my first Super Bowl prediction here. And I do think the Eagles do come on top. You got to look how the Chiefs came into, Arrowhead against the Bengals. And they kind of were injury-ridden a little bit. Mahomes basically had one leg. All their receivers were out. Their top three receivers were out. They were working off backups. Travis Kelce was having back spasms before the game, and he still played. So who knows if that still has effect. Well, probably not effect, but that's still something to note. And they were running off of rookie corners against their wide receivers. And that's kind of their defense is a little bit of a disadvantage in this game, I believe. But hell, you beat the Bengals somehow. Off a ref ball, but sure. But really, I honestly do think the Eagles come on top. Jalen Hurts is dominant. He hasn't shown any reason to slow down. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith look stunning this season. Honestly, you got to keep those two. And yeah, their defense is a kind of a juggernaut, low-key juggernaut. And this team looks scary. I think they win it all.
I pretty much agree with pretty much everything you said. I think the biggest con for Kansas is the injuries. I think you just hope that Mahomes can just, take this week off and really just rest up and just get ready. I think that could be a big problem. I mean, it didn't really seem like a big problem against Cincinnati, but right, things can always kind of catch up to you. And I just think Philadelphia, I have a feeling Hurts is just gonna go off. Hurts is going for that contract, right? So yeah. I think it's really
adding a ring to that would help the resume.
Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see it as a decently close game. I'm going to say about a 1-score difference, 6 or 7 points kind of thing. I'm going to take Philadelphia. Let's do 33 26.
Oh, wow.
Something like that, right?
I mean, fair enough. But honestly, yeah, that's
33-26, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's our Super Bowl, boys. We both think Philly's going to take it. What happens? Does one-legged Mahomes hobble his way to another ring, get number 2? Do you actually think the NFL is rigged? Drop it in the comments below. What do you think of the script?
Do we win as fans because we get Rihanna as the halftime show? And what brand is going to have the best commercials? I'm going to think Skittles or Doritos.
Honestly,
that's what I'm guessing.
Also, does Gronkowski hit the field goal during halftime? That is also another thing he's doing. Damn it, Gronk.
He's coming back.
He's coming back to the Pats, boys. But anyways, boys, that is our NFL discussion of this season. I hope you guys did enjoy us doing this series of NFL discussion. If you do, please comment, and please subscribe. We're almost to 200 on YouTube, over 1,000 on TikTok. We love the support as always.
Well, we got one more after the results.
Oh, I was going to wait until the off season, honestly.
Oh, you're saying in between the season?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I was going to say I
got you. All right.
But anyways, guys, playoffs are over after this. Who do you think's coming on top of the Super Bowl? I hope you guys enjoyed this series. T-Dog, send it away.
Alrighty. Yeah, thank you guys very much for listening, watching, however you are consuming this content. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. Oh, that question for you guys. Yeah, who's going to win the Super Bowl? What do you think? And, yeah, hopefully we get a decent halftime show.
Hopefully.
Honestly, do you even watch the halftime show? This is a genuine question. You as the sports fan, I know people who aren't a fan of the sport watch it for the halftime show, but you as the sports fan who actually just enjoys football, do you actually watch the halftime show?
Drop it in the comments.
I really don't. I'm just wondering, but hey.
I listened to it depending on what it was. Last year's was pretty good.
It was pretty solid.
It was pretty solid. But hey, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Peace.